Hey folks, what are we talking about? An old classic, beer battered fish and chips. Yeah, I'm talking about the fish and the chips. We're gonna show you how to make everything so crispy, but get that batter to stay on them fish. We're even gonna put some on them fries. So come on, I got the fishing pole and I am fitting to get the grease hot. Oh, thank y'all for stopping by for another episode of some Cowboy Cooking. And I just want to tell you, we're so proud to have you. Can I see a show of hands out there? Who was here last week for the show? Oh, we thank y'all so much, George. Joe, thank y'all for coming by. Who?
There's
If you're new to this channel, hey, we just welcome you with open arms. And you can just tell by all the comments on our YouTube channel that, hey, we got a big family and we love each other and we have a good time. And what are we talking about today? Cowboy fish and chips. Now, you used to get them at the pub. You could get them anywhere in the world that you'd go. And it's oh so simple, folks, but oh so tasty. The recipe link will be listed right down there below. And also, there is a link for any products we might have used during this video. If you would like to take yourself a fancy and to have one of them, you sure can. I'd be proud of you. So, let's get after us some fish and chips. Now, we know what fish is, and there be all kind of chips, tater chips, cow chips. But I think the chips that they was talking about most of all back in the day, when you had fish and chip, it was fish and fries. So I need you to go in there before we start this process any further and get you some of them russet tater. A big one. Yeah, I'm talking about like maybe so about like that long if you can find them. I sure couldn't pick one today. I want you to peel him, leave the skin over there. After you got them cut, I need you to take them back over and put them in that little bowl, and I need you to fill it up full of cold water where it just covers them taters. Folks, we're getting rid of some of that starch, which is going to make these chips or fries even crunchier than they already are. So give them a good thrashing around there, stir them up. You see that water's still cloudy? Drain it off there, put you some more. Do this until the water's clear. We need to make sure them taters is dry. Give them a little rolling around here. Just make sure you can get them there. Sort of get them back over here. Then I just want you to cover them again. And yes, it does help if it's a beagle towel. And then just let them set. You can even fold them right here. Get them out of the way. And what we talking about? Let's go fishing. Set the hook. It's a big one.
no. Oh, got him.
You know what that is? It's a fish keeper. Keeps it away from the beagle is what it does. Now, folks, fish and chips was made mostly with cod, halibut, any whitefish work. Did you know over here at the pool or even out here at our little lake that ain't got but this much water in it, we ain't got no cod, we ain't got no halibut, we got catfish. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and lay them out here. And folks, I'm gonna cut these into even pieces so we have an equal amount of fry time when we're going in there. So I like to cut them right down the seam, right across here. Them pieces right there, they what you call appetizer pieces. So just cut them over here, leave these. Go ahead and cut down the seam of this one. Now, if this is cod or halibut, they mostly like a square chunk of fish when you get to it. So you ain't got to do too much trimming. But just make sure, because we'll fry the little pieces in one batch, the bigger pieces in another. Them fish got to dry out too, because it's very important that the fish be dry so the batter cling to it well. Now, you can even do this ahead of time, get them all cut up and get them to drying, and then just place them right back in the ice box. Because you know, another good thing that really helps when you're frying fish, if everything is good and cold. Yes, it does. So let's talk about this batter that them fish is going to be dipped in. So first of all, we're going to take us, this ain't no regular, you're going to see some cornmeal. No, this is a traditional fish and chip batter that we're just going to put together traditionally Cowboy style, all-purpose flour. And we're going to take about 2 cups, which is about that much. Now, cornstarch, 2 tablespoons. And I want them to be heaping. Cornstarch is good for the batter because it helps it cling to it some, but also it's going to help it pop. I want you to put some baking powder in there because, folks, we need it to jump up there and go. We're going to call that good. And then I want you to put about 1.5 tablespoons or a tad more of some original Red River Ranch seasoning. And if you ain't got it, the only place that you can get it is what? Andy, go ahead and tap the little computer. Click, 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 click. www.kentrollins.com. You got that right. And we're going to put about that much in there. Now, you can also season this fish right when it comes out of the fryer if you need to. But folks, most of the time, this is right on the money, so I ain't gonna worry about it. Give them dry ingredients a really good mixing. And if you find yourself right now wondering what could I be doing while I'm doing this, you could have preheated you some oil in a Dutch oven or a frying apparatus. So let me go over here to this little old 2 camp stove burner. And a lot of folks been asking, hey, where do you get that? That link too will be listed right down there below on the products used. You can find it. So let me find a, there it is. Well, by now, I hope you got your frying apparatus heating the oil up to about 350 degrees. The dry ingredients that we've mixed here, if it's going to be a minute before you start frying, go ahead and stick it in the ice box. Yeah, the dry. Let it get good and cold, because cold helps things get along in the deep fryer better, and things are going to be crispier. They're going to pop more. So it's about 44 here out here today, so I ain't going to worry too much about it. And to that, folks, guess what? We need to add some beer. Now, I'm sure traditionally they didn't use the Rocky Mountain Coors Light. They probably used a dark beer. Well, the grocery store today, they ain't got no dark beer. This is the onlyest beer I could find today, and it'll be...
Do you prefer light?
Oh, I do. I do prefer a light beer. But this is a big one. I think this is 16 ounce, and we're just going to use probably 8 to 10 ounces. It's got to be a consistency there that's sort of like pancake batter, but a little thicker. I'll show you here in a minute. And it's got that good carbonation in there, so we know it's going to be really good. And give that a good stir, and then we're going to have to add some more. That is about what we're looking for, right there. And you can just see it, it ain't clumping, and it just runs off there good and smooth. I need you to take you some more of that there cornstarch. And I need you just to let it just sort of just roll all over them and give them a little dusting, because that too going to help them dry out, but also going to help that batter cling to it a little better. So just make sure they all got a little bit of that on them. Make sure your oil is at 350 degrees. And guess what? We're finna let the fun begin. Well, the fish is fried up, and if you had like 2 or 3 people helping, you could have done all this at the same time. But the Big says he ain't into frying, he's into eating. Now, you can fry them just like they is. Throw them over in that hot grease, just let them fry. Because if we're gonna have fish and chips and the fish is all dressed up in a fancy petticoat, I think we just must dress the taters up a little too. Now, I don't want them to have quite that much batter on them, so you remember that beer that we had? Let's go ahead and get rid of that one and see how much thinner that makes it. Because we just want a light coating. This is a really thin, like pancake batter. Because these fries is just going to get a little dunking in there and go right over. And we're going to take this one out of there, because he was just a guinea pig to show you what could happen if you fall in there like that. So just throw them in there. Make sure they all get covered a little. Take your little, mix them all up just a tad. But you can't just dump them in there like all in one bunch. They'll stick together. Oil's still at 350, and we are going to town. Ooh, that dog will hunt right there. That is what I call fish and chips the crispy way. I just want y'all, I ain't even got enough. I want y'all to hear this right here. Let me get it right over here by the microphone. That's what you call crispy, but look here. Same thing. Now, as condiments here, I done got me some lemon sliced there, because I like to have me a little bit of lemon squeezed over all of my fish. And some tartar sauce. What? Tartar sauce, yeah. If you go back to the smoked catfish video, I'm sure Andy and Shan will have it popped up there for you. Have a great recipe for some homemade tartar sauce. It is so good. And folks, guess what? That batter that we use to do this for them fish, or even them taters, makes some great onion rings. I mean, that stuff is gonna be good. So Big, I see you're the only one here. Yep, so I'm gonna let you eat first today. The Duker did not participate, he didn't. Yes, sir. And I want you folks to know his leg is healed up. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for helping there, baby fella. You're a good pup. He said, that ain't beef, but that'll do. So, a little dip right in here. You
can hear it.
Captain Crunch ain't got nothing on me, folks. He's a crunching every bite. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. We're gonna go fishing, set the hook, bring them in, and what we're gonna do? I'm talking about do the little fish wave. Woo! I'm talking this stuff is good. Pardon me while I have another. We thank you so much for tuning in. We don't never take it for granted that you sit down and watch our videos, and we have got a large family and it continues to grow. So please help us share the love in all the videos by what? Subscribing and sharing them videos and all the food you make. Hey, you can go over, ring your neighbor's doorbell, set them down some fish and chips. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, family, because y'all are family to us. As always, I tip my hat and I salute all the servicemen and women and all the veterans who have kept this old country safe and keeping Old Glory there flying over camp, because we are glad to have it. As always, whoop, thank y'all for stopping by. Catch a new dance move, get the wave. Everybody gonna do it. It is the crave. Yes, we go. Guess what? God bless you each and every one. I'm gonna see you down the fish and chip trail.
1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4.
Give it up, give it up. That door. 1 potato, 3 potato, 4 potato, 5. Woo! And then just set them aside and leave them. Okay? That's all we're gonna do. Really, that's a lie. I gotta back up. But really, Andy sent this to me. Andy is the editor. Andy is my family. They always got this deal, and they just slam them together, called a clapper. And it sets the scene for what you're doing next, so we're gonna see what happens.
Oh, look at him.
See it. See it. Thing works, I'm telling you.
Where's your clicker? You don't have to put it on.
It's got a strap. Well,
you gotta click it and then pause and then talk.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, just do 2. It's not like Morse code. just
Y'all the one bought me this book.
just click, put it down. And put it down.
Excuse me, Andy, but this thing has already brought about dissension in the troop. I'm gonna get a hammer. This is a public service announcement from the Oklahoma Highway Patrol in Kent, Rollins. Click it or a ticket. You the one brought that on, not me.